Hello friends, this is Harmeet from themung.com and this is the video number 3 of our Elementor tutorial. If you are new to my video, then you can go to my description section and can check all the previous videos. Friends, today in this video I am going to explain you how you can make your website a responsive website, and also I will explain you how you can make any section as your template and use that template in other pages, or you can use the same section in below or in the same page. So friends, let's start our video. So you can see this is our Elementor editor and we have created a header section here. Our first section is the content area in the left side, and second column we have a image in the right side. So now we have to manage this text according to our smaller devices, or you can manage your website according to tablet or mobile view. So you have to just click on the responsive mode button here. Below you will get responsive mode button here, and then it will give you some option to check the settings in mobile view, in tablet view and in the desktop view. As of now our desktop view is activated. If you click on the tablet view, your website will adjust according to tablet view, and you can see our content is now showing in the form of tablet. So here you can see our main title of this column is big according to this device. So I have to just select this module and you have to go to style option here, and there you can manage the settings of this text. So you can see our tablet view setting is highlighted here, and now I am going to give the size of the heading here. You can see now our size is adjusted according to the tablet view, and after that you have to click on the update button. Similarly you can click on the mobile view, and then you can see our text is still bigger because this is the setting of the mobile view. Now again you have to click on the style tab here, and you can see that our mobile view is activated. Here you can also change the value of your text, and now I have given this value in the field which is the 20 pixel. Also you can manage the weight, transform, style, decoration and line height and letter spacing according to your device. So all the settings are similar in all the view, but you have to manage it separately according to your requirement. So I have now assigned the font size to this heading, and now I am just going to click on the update button. Now our settings are saved, and when you again navigate to the desktop view, and you can see our font size is bigger. When you click on the typography section, typography setting, and you can see our font size is 50 pixel. Now again when you click on the tablet view and click on the typography setting, then you can see our font size is 30 pixel. And again you can go to the mobile view and then again click on the typography setting. You can see our font size is 20 pixel. So this settings will be saved according to the device. So again we navigate to our tablet view, and here I am going to reduce the size of this button in tablet view. So just click on this particular module, and here you can see I have to go to the style section here, and you can change the settings of this button. So just click on the typography setting. Here you can reduce the value of font size to 20. I'm just selecting it as a 16 pixel, and then you can click on the save button or update button. Now again I am just going to the mobile view, and here again I am just giving the font size of this text as a 12 pixel. Also you can manage the size of the button from here also, and also alignment is also assigned for a particular device also. So friends, in this way you can manage the responsiveness of your website according to your device. So after that you have to click on the update button, and now we will check this page in our website and check how it is looking in. Now just click on the refresh button and you can see our font size of this heading is 50 pixel. Let me inspect this text and then I will explain you. When you inspect this text and click on the H2 tab, then you can see our font size is 50 pixel. Now again I am just going to click on the responsive mode, and here you can choose any device. Suppose I am just going to check the iPad view, and here you can see our font size is now 30 pixel. It is highlighting here. Now when you go to the mobile device, suppose iPhone 6, 7 or 8 device, and again you can see our font size is reduced to 20 pixel. So our responsive settings are working properly. Similarly, you can check the button module also here. So friends, in this way you can manage the responsiveness of your website, and this will work for all the modules in your editor. So now let's move to the editor section. And friends, one more thing I would like to tell you in this video is how you can manage animation of your content. So you have to just click on this heading module. I am just going to use the animation in this heading module and click on the advanced tab. Here you can see this is the motion effects settings. Here you can see this entrance animation is activated for the desktop view, and here I am just going to select the effect such as slide in left. So this will give you the preview how your text will come in your actual website. Also you will get animation duration option and animation delay option. You can choose it according to your requirement. So I have just selected the slow animation, and this will work as a slow speed. Now again we have some more settings in this advanced tab, which is the background setting. So background setting define the background of this particular module. So if you want to change the background color of this module, then you can choose the color from here. Suppose I have just selected, for example, a red color. So our red color is assigned to this particular module. Similarly, you can assign background color of this particular module also, such as this is the text module. So as of now I am just removing this background color. I have just explained you how you can manage this. So with this button you can clear your setting from here. So now again you can click on the update button and this will work for you. Now we have just saved the animation effect of this text. Now I am just going to refresh our page in desktop view, and we will check our settings are showing or not. So friends, you can see our animation effect is working, and it will work when your page is loaded. Now friends, I am going to explain you how you can save your template in the Elementor settings, and you can use it in other pages, or the same template you can use on the same page. Sometimes we need to use the same template again and again in our pages or in the same page, then we can use this setting, and this will reduce our development time. So today I am going to use this feature section, and I am going to just save it as a template, and we will use it in our page. So just navigate to Elementor editor, and here you have to go to this particular section setting and right click on this buttons, and here you will get option to save as template. So just click on this setting, and here it will ask you to give the name of the template. So I am just giving name 3 column and click on the save button. So friends, our 3 column template is now saved in my template tab, and now I am going to explain you how you can use this template in your page. So just cross this template from here, and now when you come to create a new section, and the right side you will get an icon which is the add template icon. You have to just click on this template, and it will show you all the saved template of your website, and you have to click the insert button here. After that you have to click on the no button, because this is saying that it will import all the default settings of the Elementor, but we don't have to import the default settings of Elementor because we have created that section according to our requirement. So you have to click on the no button and it will import that particular section on our page. So friends, you can see our feature section is now imported in our website. You can see we have just saved this template here and it is now imported, or it is now placed on our page. After that you can click on the update button. So this is very simple process how you can save template for your website and use it again and again in your other pages of the website. So friends, that's it for today. If you have any issue or if you have any problem with this settings, then you can comment me below. I will help you with that. And please do subscribe my channel so that you will get notification of my latest videos. Thanks for watching my video.